오렌지 카운티의 청소년 법정. 갓 태어난 어린 아기부터 18세 미만의 청소년들에게 일어나는 모든 사건을 담당하는 곳이다. 청소년 법정의 판사는 어긋나가는 자식을 바라보는 아버지처럼 안타깝다.
You're here voluntarily in a sense that you choose to be in the program. Fine then. All right. Mom, I'm going to lock your boy up for a week. You heard him. He sits here and he's promising me that he's going to be good. He says, I want a chance.
이제 이 법정을 나간 뒤 아이들의 인생은 어떻게 달라질 것인가?
Yes, the basic concept for juvenile justice to protect the rights of a child and to make sure that we act in the child's best interests. And by doing that, then, we're doing what's in the child's best interest to protect the child from whatever the child needs protecting from. We have a parenting responsibility.
Don't worry about my throat. I can't throw that far.
휴일 오후 동네 공원을 찾은 소풍객 중에 블레이크 신의 대가족도 눈에 띈다. 풋볼을 좋아하는 12살 트레스틴과 오빠들의 귀여움을 독차지하고 있는 고명딸 애슐리. 키가 1m 80cm나 되는 13살 스테판과 아직 젖먹이인 막둥이도 형들 사이에 끼었다. 자타가 공인하는 모범생 피터. 내성적인 성격의 16소년 매튜. 경찰관이 되고 싶은 맏형 스티브와 농구 선수가 되겠다는 13살의 케버까지. 미국인 가정의 일상적인 휴일 풍경이다. 이들 10식구 중 피를 나눈 가족은 이들 4사람뿐. 성도 다르고 인정도 다른 10식구 한 가족. 이들의 공통점이 있다면 현재 살고 있는 거주지가 같다는 것이다. 캘리포니아 남부 걸스 앤 보이스 타운. 아빠와 함께 농구를 즐기는 아들들의 휴일마다 엄마 아빠와 함께 세차를 돕는 딸들. 얼핏 아무 걱정도 없어 보이는 이들에겐 가슴 아픈 과거가 하나씩은 있다. 말썽꾸러기의 문제야. 혹은 부모님이 돌아가시자 갈 곳 없어진 천의 고아. 모두 한때 덩그러니 혼자 남겨졌던 경험을 갖고 걸스 앤 보이스 타운 식구가 됐다. (1917년) 플래니건 신부는 네브라스카주 오마하에 갈 곳 없는 소년들을 위한 보이스타운을 설립한다. 67명으로 시작한 보이스타운은 점차 식구가 늘었고 1940년대에는 400명 가까운 소년들이 보이스타운을 찾았다. 이후 유명세를 타기 시작하면서 영화의 소재가 되기도 했다.
What a guy you picked to be mayor. There is no bad boy.
플래니건 신부는 단지 환경이 나빴을 뿐이지 진정 나쁜 아이는 없다고 생각했다. 아이들을 좋은 환경으로 옮기면 올곧게 성장할 것을 믿었다. 1917년 시작한 보이스타운은 90년이 지난 현재 미국 전역에 지부를 둘 정도로 성장했다.
We're very much of a home-style environment. These are the family homes, and you can see it would be something like any family would be living in across the United States. Each one of these pictures depicts a family setting, and that's exactly what we want for our youth, is a family setting to help develop these kids.
가족 구성원이 돼야만 훗날 올바른 가정을 이룰 수 있기 때문에 가족 구성원으로 살아가는 방법을 익혀야 한다. 남캘리포니아 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에는 현재 한 가구에 6명씩 5가구, 30명의 아이들이 한 가족이 돼 살아가고 있다. 지금까지 63명 아이들의 인생을 바꾼 글렌 씨네 집. 현재는 6명의 소녀가 인생 항로를 바꾸는 중이다. 헤어 디자이너가 꾸민 수자는 올 1월에 이곳에 왔다.
This is my one shot at fame.
부모님이 안 계신 캐롤은 할머니가 양육을 포기하자 2달 반 전에 이곳으로 보내졌다.
By the systems, I'm going to be able to do more stuff too. And I'm going to have more fun.
올해 12살인 아이리는 제일 늦게 한가족으로 합류했다. 동생 스티브는 할머니와 함께 따로 살고 있다.
This is my brother Stevie. He just turned 8. And this is my mom. She died in 1999. So.
Before here, were you in foster care? And if so, what happened? Because something.
Oh, when I was at Hillview. Hillview?
Yeah.
I got in a fight and got terminated. And then I went to Orangewood, and then I went to CRF, and then I came here.
No, what happened to get her? Okay, what? In some of our kids' case, and Tara's as well, is that her custodial parent, her mother, passed on, which makes her, if none of her other relatives are able to take her, like an aunt or an uncle or cousins, she's a ward to the state.
먼동이 채 트기도 전인 새벽 5시 반. 대가족 아침이 그렇듯 한바탕 욕실 전쟁을 치르면서 아침이 시작된다.
Hello.
Hello.
Up and getting ready.
아무리 바빠도 욕실 정리와 침대 정리는 아이들 스스로 하는 것이 걸스 앤 보이스 타운의 원칙이다. 6시 30분 기상에 밤 9시 취침. 군인들 생활을 방불케 할 만큼 생활 계획표는 엄격하다. 8시 30분까지 학교에 도착하려면 8시에는 집을 나서야 한다. 각 가정의 엄마 아빠는 방향이 같은 아이들을 함께 모아 학교까지 데려다준다.
Bye guys, have a good day.
걸스 앤 보이스 타운의 아이들은 대부분 근방의 공립고등학교에 다니며 보통의 아이들과 똑같이 생활하고 있다. 이 아이들에겐 부모는 없지만 남들과 같은 가정이 있다.
But it's you gotta think of it as a lifestyle and not like a job. If I thought of it as a job, it would be I would probably not want to do it. But it's my life. You know, I have 2 little girls and myself, and one of them goes to school, so they're part of the family. It's our family, and so I think that's what makes it all the difference. Is you consider it your lifestyle and your family, and you have fun with it. So you have your good days and your bad days, just like any other family.
블레이크와 베키 부부도 지난 2년 동안 19명의 아이들의 인생을 변화시켰다. 하루 24시간, 1년 365일 부모처럼 아이들 곁을 지켜주며 수박 써는 법까지 일일이 가르쳐주는 이들은 패밀리 티처, 부모 교사들이다.
Oh, I'm sorry.
반드시 21살 이상의 결혼한 부부가 지원할 수 있는 부모 교사에게는 자신의 아이는 물론 6명의 아이들과 함께 살 수 있는 집이 한 채 제공되고 전기요금을 비롯한 각종 공과금은 물론 식비 일체가 지급된다.
Jeez, I don't know. This is done by April 23rd.
그뿐 아니라 6명 아이들의 양육비는 따로 지급되고 각 가족이 함께 사용할 수 있는 밴이 한 대 제공된다. 부모 교사 2사람은 합해서 연 62,000달러, 우리 돈으로 약 7천만 원을 초봉으로 받는다.
A couple of interesting things. Here are Girls in Boys Town here in Southern California. The state of California, when we take care of one of the children that they refer to us, they pay us a certain amount of money each month for the children. That pays about 60% of our cost. So we have another 40% that we have to go out and raise money to make up the difference between the 60% and the 100% that it cost us.
That's not what you did with me first.
부모 교사가 된 뒤에도 한 달에 한 번씩은 재교육을 받아야 한다. 부부는 누구나 지원이 가능하지만 관련 학과를 졸업하는 것이 유리하고 두 부부가 반드시 사이가 좋아야 한다. 평균 10대 1의 경쟁률을 뚫고 부모 교사가 되면 이제 부모 교사의 손에 한 아이의 인생이 맡겨진다.
Come from, he was in street gangs and father was in jail and mother didn't want him and she basically abandoned him. And he didn't want help. He thought he was too tough. He thought he could handle anything. And eventually through building relationships with him and showing him that we were there and we're not going to leave him and we wanted to help him, he started to open up, and now he's going to college and he wants to become a police officer, which is the complete opposite of what he was before he came here. He was breaking the law and now he wants to enforce the law. He, just an amazing turnaround in his life.
처음 부모 교사가 되면 네브라스카 본부에서 2주간의 훈련을 받는데 이때 그간 축적된 아이들을 돌보는 170여 가지의 방법을 집중 훈련받는다.
It'll show on your W. Yeah, it'll show. And they'll ask you and you can explain that. I know some of the couples have said before that they actually would appreciate it if another couple came in their home and did it at home. So if you guys want to do that amongst yourselves. I don't want to lead that or anything, but if you think it'll be helpful to invite another couple from across the street to come over and tell you how they think,
there's a lot of more teaching, like in corrective teaching going on, but not a whole lot of it reflecting on the cards just because of
Preventative problems.
like the extreme of the behaviors. So I think maybe more probably be documented on the card.
But Quentin was outside.
부모 교사들은 한 달에 2번 의무적으로 교사 회의에 참석해야 한다. 각 집을 돌아가며 모이는 이 회의에서 아이들을 다루는 새로운 방법을 배우고 그들의 애환을 함께 나누기도 한다.
If you do this, then you get that.
걸스 앤 보이스 타운의 남캘리포니아 지부.
And this,
부모 교사를
this is
포함해
the administrative
120명의
office.
직원들이 일하고 있다.
This is
전국적으로
Mavis
걸스 앤 보이스 타운을
She's
움직이는
our
직원들은
operations
약
These are
3,000여 명.
administrative offices.
이들을 통해
These are our
직간접적으로
support
약
staff.
150만 명의
This is
아이들이
some of
도움을
our
받고 있다.
support staff.
걸스 앤 보이스 타운 운영의 40%는 후원금으로 이루어지는데
Part of our
한국인
administrative
후원자도
offices.
참여하고 있었다.
여기서 저도 그 회사를 운영을 하고 있는데 회사에서 이제 그 어떤 이익을 내면은 이익 낸 거에만큼 세금을 내야 되는데 이런 그 non-profit organization 비영리 단체에 기부를 하게 되면은 그 기부금 전액이 그 세금을 내기 전에 이익에서 떨어져 나가는 그런 tax deductible이 되기 때문에 그런 제도가 아주 깨끗하고 또 돈을 영리를 많이 낸 이익을 많이 낸 회사들이 편하게 또 아주 합법적으로 기부를 할 수 있는 그런 제도가 잘 돼 있는 거로 제가 보고 있는데
가족이 무엇인지, 가정이 무엇인지 모르는 아이들은 올바른 가정을 이룰 수 없다. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운은 지금 당장 눈앞의 아이들만을 생각하지 않는다. 미래에 태어날 이 아이의 아이들 인생까지도 고려하는 것이다.
Just a desire to make a change in these children's lives. You know, all of them are at risk for going to prison,
going to jail. That's right.
using drugs. You know, all the things that got most of them here. And so if you have a desire to help make a change, make a difference in their life, that's I would say that's number one.
부모 교사와 함께 반드시 두 사람의 보조 교사가 한 팀을 이룬다. 보조 교사는 매일 출퇴근하는데 아이들 하교 시간에 맞춰 출근, 저녁까지 하루 7, 8시간 정도 근무한다. 또한 한 달에 2번은 주말에 아이들과 함께 잠을 자며 부모 교사를 돕는다.
Their teachers signed that they were on time, that they weren't late, paying attention, acceptable behavior and whether they have homework or not. And then on the back, yesterday Crystal had a problem, and so we told her, you know, be sure to explain to your teacher what happened and have your teacher comment about it. So today, yes, Stephanie, Crystal told me. Every day.
공립학교의 교사들은 걸스 앤 보이스 타운의 부모 교사나 보조 교사에게 아이들의 학교 생활에 대해 알려준다. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운의 교육과 평가는 강도 높게 이루어진다. 하지만 이곳의 평가는 아이들에게만 한정된 것은 아니다.
Part of our evaluation system for family teachers is it's continuous, it's ongoing. We ask the kids, what do they think about the family teachers? Are they fair? Do they keep them safe? Are they pleasant with the children? You know, are they communicating well with the children? Those types of questions. So the kids, the children in the home, get to evaluate the family teachers.
처음 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에 오면 먼저 임시 보호소에 머물게 한다. 이후 단기 보호 혹은 장기 보호 여부를 결정한다. 임시 보호소에 온 아이들은 대부분 살아가는데 꼭 필요한 생활 방식조차 모르는 경우가 많다. 어제 온 스테이시는 말하는 방식도 모르고 있다.
I'm going to ask you to pick up a piece of fruit. You're going to look at me, say okay, and you're going to pick it up, and then you'll be like, okay, I'm done. Is there anything else you need me to do? Does that make sense? When you check back, that shows us that you actually did the task. Okay. That starts building the trust, so that way when we want to go out somewhere, we're like, oh, we know she's got to do what we need to do. So we can take her out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so here's the role play. Ready? I'm going to ask you, well, let's pick up a piece of fruit. Ready? You're going to look at me, say okay, do the task, and check back. Okay. Alex, can you please pick up a piece of fruit? Okay. And then you get it, I'm done. Good job. When you did that, that way it builds that trust really quick. And you got a good smile on your face. Awesome. Positive 500. Follow instructions.
이곳 캘리포니아 남부 임시보호소를 거쳐간 아이들은 지난 한 해만 해도 300여 명. 임시보호소에서도 최대한 가족 같은 분위기 속에서 생활하는 것이 원칙이다.
Let's start our table manners. Yeah, you starting? Okay, no elbows on the table. Appropriate conversation. I like that. Low voice tone. Good job.
Guys, too close.
I know.
Say please and thank you.
Yeah.
That's the left.
Chew with your mouth closed? Yeah. Do we do that?
That's
that way.
it's smacking.
Same thing as smacking? Okay. Don't do it.
Make a request for seconds.
Okay, and no reaching over other people's food.
Make sure you use the name when we ask for something.
Yes.
You doing it?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Bow your heads.
Hi, guys. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for waking us all up this morning.
Thank you.
걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서는 직원들이 밥을 해주면 아이들이 받아먹기만 하지 않는다. 제 손으로 식탁을 차리며 생활의 기술을 몸으로 익히게 한다. 모든 장소가 생활에 필요한 기술을 직접 적용해보는 복습의 장이다. 방금 전에 배웠던 우유 건네주시겠어요? 감사합니다가 자연스럽게 나올 때까지 선생님들의 교육은 계속된다.
Right now, you girls all earned positive 750 for having great conversation skills. You guys are all having an appropriate conversation, low voice tone. I was going to say the voice tone. Yeah, the voice tone especially. Good job, girls. So make sure after you're done taking your next bite, get your food up. That's okay.
걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서 살아가려면 볼펜이 필수품이다. 생활하는 기술을 가르쳐주고 정확하게 사용할 때마다 점수를 주기 때문이다. 아이들은 각자의 점수 카드가 있어 생활하는 순간순간 자신의 점수를 기록해야 한다.
Our main focus, we really focus on just reality with the kids and natural consequences and what really is going to occur for them. We don't really sugarcoat a lot of things. In our model, there's a lot of praise or empathy in the initial like teaching interactions, and we use that, but mostly it's just like, hey, look, here's the deal. This is what's going to happen. We really want to set them up for when they leave, because their bosses aren't going to be like, well, honey, I know you're really frustrated right now, but this is what I need you to do. So we'll teach, a lot of that when they first come in, but, once they get to the higher skills, it's like, what happened right there? What's going on? How can you make that better? And just be as real for them as possible. Get them involved in as many activities we can in the community, and get them working, get them just to have that real life experience.
You do that's different with self-control.
음식을 공손히 부탁하고 조용히 말한 아이들에게 각각 350점이 추가됐다. 오늘은 아주 특별한 손님이 임시 보호소를 찾았다. 지위 고하를 막론하고 자신을 찾아온 손님을 환영하는 것은 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서 가장 중요하게 생각하는 생활의 기술이다.
He supervises Keith.
I'll get to him.
That's awesome, guys.
모두 손님에게 인사를 잘해 각각 1000점씩 추가됐다.
I had been a runaway. When I was young, I ran away from home when I was 15 and lived on my own. But I always knew that if I wanted to say, hey, I'm sorry, I could go back with my parents. So I had a safety net.
We need to know how we can help you, because we're going to have to talk to you no matter what.
매번 점수를 얻기만 하는 것은 아니다. 나흘 전 임시 보호소에 온 제시카가 교사들과 마찰을 빚기 시작했다.
Whatever's been going on, jumping in the windows, all that's got to stop. Sleeping over in Flanagan, there's no more of that. Okay? So, let's do role play. Ready? What should I do right now? Stop talking to me, stop talking to me! What should I say? Oh no. What should I say? You do too. You're smart, and I know this because I've watched you for the past 4 days. What should you say? What should I have said? I don't know. Leave me alone. Yeah. No. I don't know. Damn. What did I tell you? Can I please have some time? That's a good job. That's what you're gonna want to have to say. So, let's check back for our negative 1,000. Here, I think you'd be really good at
어떤
that skill.
상황에서도 점수 카드 기록은 필수다.
It's just the way to talk about things. That way, instead of sounding like arguing, you can say, you know what, Aaliyah, right there, I heard what you said, but I'd like to disagree with that. This is the reason why. Can I do something different? See how that sounds instead of, I don't want to do that, I'm not supposed to be doing that. You see the difference? Okay, I want to teach you that so that way you'll be able to use that skill. Because that'll also help you at your uncle's. Okay? Did you write your PC?
임시 보호소의 아이들에겐 가능한 긍정 점수를 주려고 한다. 교사에게 대들면 2000점 감점이지만 의견을 받아들인 점을 높이 써서 오히려 1000점을 추가했다.
Twisted back like that. That's my favorite way. Because I don't like to do my hair. Can't you tell? I didn't know this was going to happen though, so I can look all crazy. My hair all nuts. Okay, so can we take deep breaths? Just take a few deep breaths. Everyone has to do them, even staff in the real world, because someone's always going to irritate you in the real world. That is just the way life is. But I think you should be able to go on this outing because you have been doing well today. And I want to see it happen more than just once for a few hours. Stick me. There we go.
Was it so bad?
Yeah. I stole it from Long Beach. I was like, I was my boss, and I'm like, thank you. He ran out. All right, let's go. Okay? Doing some deep. Oh wait.
이렇게 모은 점수가 하루에 만점이 되면 TV를 보거나 외출을 할 수 있는 특권을 얻게 된다. 제시카는 또다시 인사 예절을 지키지 않아 1000점 감점, 외출 금지다. 처음 온 아이들의 경우 제시카 같은 경우가 많다.
We kind of make fun of each other or come up with little like nicknames, and those types of things tend to break through really quickly. And we use our other girls as, we kind of pair them up with somebody who's kind of like.
먼저 온 아이의 도움을 받기 위해 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서는 반드시 2인 1조로 편을 쓰도록 한다. 사회적으로 문제를 일으켜 올 1월 이곳에 온 수잔도 처음엔 엄격한 규율에 적응하지 못했다.
All right. So, have you guys heard of SpongeBob before? Yeah, I have everything SpongeBob in
You
my
guys like SpongeBob, right?
Yes,
It's
a
the-
lot. That's like telling them you understand how they feel and you have to give rationales. And then if that doesn't work with them, you go to your director or your consultant, and then you'd bring it up to the youth government, which we have on campus.
A lot of them with anger, and they help me out with that a lot. Like, they sit down, they talk to me, or like they'll encourage us to do like the right thing, and it's kind of like if you take their help, it's really helpful. I can admit that I haven't taken it sometimes, but like now I'm starting to, and like let's see. When I was living with my mom and everything, like when I got angry, I just get in a fight.
임시보호소에서 생활한 뒤 종합적인 판단을 거쳐 아이들은 부모 교사가 있는 곳에서 장기 보호에 들어간다.
You can flip them over and stay backwards.
She's doing like the same thing as me, except I'm in.
No? Okay.
보통 장기 보호의 경우 최소 6개월에서 18개월까지, 때론 4, 5년간 지속되는 경우도 있다.
Study that somewhere, all right?
Okay. Doesn't take any.
You're writing who's
부모 교사는 학교에서 돌아온 아이들의 학교 숙제를 챙기고 9시에 잠자리에 들기 전 하루에 한 번은 반드시 가족 모임을 갖는 것이 원칙이다.
It's also if, like Ali said, you're going to tell people.
가족 모임의 주제는 아이들 스스로 정한다. 주로 생활하면서 대처하기 곤란했던 점들을 주제로 삼는다.
Why don't we?
오늘의 주제는 다른 사람 흉보지 않기.
Because it gives a bad name for you, like the person that gossips.
And it's really none of your business to go tell other people's business.
가족 토론을 통해 아이들은 스스로 판단하고 자제하는 능력을 키운다.
I think another thing that we can do.
일주일에 2번, 하루에 30분씩 아이들은 특별 과외 수업을 받는다. 제대로 된 생활을 해보지 못한 걸스 앤 보이스타운의 아이들은 공립학교의 다른 친구들보다 성적이 떨어지는 경우가 많다.
Where's our surface runoff? Right here. Okay. So the land area in which surface runoff drains into a river or a system of rivers and streams is called.
이 아이들을 위해 주정부에서는 특별 과외 선생님을 배정, 1대1 수준별 과외 수업을 무료로 제공한다.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go. See, the watershed's not on there.
Not in this picture.
과외를 마친 아이들은 맡은 구역을 청소한다. 이곳 생활 9개월째인 제니퍼. 점수 카드를 들고 다그치지 않아도 솔선수범한다.
You know,
We always say that we'll only do this for 2 years, and we've been saying that now for 8. I just, having all these kids and seeing the changes that we make with them and how much they grow, they come in with no problem-solving skills and no family that really seems to care about them. They may have some, but nothing that can really help them.
6명의 아이들 모두 처음 왔을 때보다 표정도 좋아지고 활발해졌다.
I'm so excited. I'm into it. Baby, thinking of you keeps me up all night.
You know, it's actually kind of it's really kind of a blessing because we don't see it as we have 6 girls and then our 2 kids. We see it as we have 8 kids. Joey and Kaylee are blessed to have 6 sisters, older sisters, and their girls really treat them as such. They're very good with them. They want to make sure they do well. They teach the kids skills that they need to learn. And Joey and Kaylee they love it. They love the girls. We go on vacation, you know, just my wife and I and our 2 kids, and Joey and Kaylee ask, well, when can we go home? We miss the girls. We miss the big girls. So it really just feels like a big family, you know.
보호 감찰 중인 아이가 셋, 부모에게 버림받은 아이 하나, 부모님이 돌아가신 아이 둘. 6 아이들이 샤나와 글렌의 품에서 한 가족이 됐다.
A lot more mature. I get very good grades. My grades are high. I can follow instructions, accept feedback, and kind of deal with my problems and build a relationship with my family every day, you know, and as well as the girls here and the family teachers that live here.
We actually sit down and eat as a big family here and pray and stuff, but at my grandma's house, we eat whenever we want. We don't sit down like as a family and pray.
캘리포니아주에는 미국 유일의 어린이 법정이 있다. 법정은 마치 놀이방 같다.
You can see it's similar, but it's for older children.
어린이 법정은 반드시 아이들이 법정에 출두하는 것을 원칙으로 한다. 처음 법정에 온 아이들이 혹 마음의 상처를 입을세라 법정에 들어서기 전 앞으로 일어날 상황을 설명한다. 매년 12,000여 명의 어린이들이 어린이 법정의 판결에 따라 처벌을 받고 수양 부모를 만나거나 위탁시설에 보내져 새로운 인생을 그리고 있다. 부모에게 학대를 당하는 경우는 양육 능력이 없어 방치되는 아이들은 자원봉사자 단체인 카사의 지속적인 감시를 통해 신고 조치돼 어린이 법정의 보호를 받게 된다.
That you needed some, you wanted to go and see your uncle.
Would you briefly explain?
Yeah, I actually, today I had a hearing and the child could not come to court because she had an exam. So the court had excused her from not coming, and usually the kids come to court and they talk to the judge.
카사는 법원 판결 이후에도 아이가 올바른 시민으로 살아가는지 지속적으로 관찰한다.
Only compensation is the reward of doing something that is of value and that's making a difference for a child in a child's life. But there's no monetary compensation, just a little bit of mileage.
법원 판결의 주 목적은 가정을 보호하고 재결합시키는 데 있다. 알코올 중독자였던 게일은 아이들을 키울 능력이 없었다. 어린이 법정에서는 써니를 엄마로부터 격리시켜 15개월간 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서 보호하라는 명령을 내렸다.
She put purple hearts everywhere after we just in karate. Oh, good for you. Wow. That's when she was gone.
써니를 보호 양육하게 된 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서는 가족 보호 프로그램을 실시했다. 엄마에겐 부모 교육 훈련이 추가됐다. 모든 과정은 무료로 이루어진다.
I like your room. This is cute.
And nobody wants to lose their child. And no child wants to have to go through that. And so if there is a solution, which I think we have, then though it may be painful, it's the right thing to do. And in the end, if you stay with it, it works out. And I can actually say that I think our family's stronger because of it. And we don't take little things for granted. Every day is very special because there were so many days that were lost.
A lot of the parents like Gail, when they come to us, they don't really know how to be a parent. It doesn't mean they don't want to be, but they don't really know what to do. And so as we use the skill-based program, we teach parents the things that they need to do, the skills that they need to learn in order to be effective as a parent. And the model that we teach is a behavioral model. That means that we don't try to change a parent's feelings. We just teach them what they need to do.
다시 엄마와 함께 산 지 2달. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서는 일주일에 한 번 전담 직원을 보내 엄마의 상태를 점검한다.
I think that I use my words more, and when I do want something, Mom will, say no if it's the wrong thing. And I think that we have a really good mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm really actually happy. You'd think that most people would be angry with their parents if they said, no, you can't do this. But normally I'll try and look at it like she did this for a reason, and I don't think that she would really stand her ground as tough as she does now without the help from April a while ago, and yeah. So I think that we have, or she stands her ground very well, and that I listen more.
캘리포니아에서는 현재 45가구가 가족 보호 프로그램을 지원받고 있다.
So I didn't find the court system to be the way I thought it would be. I found it to be true, and that they really wanted me to have my child back. They just wanted me to be a good parent, and they wanted her safe and secure. And Boys and Girls Town was the icing on the cake. It kind of brought it all together right in our house.
어떤 심각한 문제가 있는 경우라도 소년원보다는 안전하고 좋은 환경에서의 보호 감찰이 우선된다.
And it's, you know, better for me because I'm not well. I have, you know, my other daughter, and, you know, I wasn't able to do it. So, I mean, I would like to be able to, but they're doing a better job of showing her more control than I was even able to, you know. So I appreciate it. That she has to follow rules and giving her more self-control. And
문제야. 말썽꾸러기 취급을 받았던 사브리나. 하지만 이곳에서는 어느 누구도 사브리나를 나쁜 아이라 여기지 않는다.
And that was my main problem, not trying to follow rules. And being here is like, if I was to go back, I know how to follow some rules. And knowing that it's expected, and knowing that I have to do it here. I don't have a choice, but it's expected at home. You know, so it's a good experience. Some people don't like it, but it's cool to go through it because it's not that hard. And they're gonna decide that.
단지 나쁜 환경에 놓였기 때문에 나쁜 아이가 됐던 사브리나. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서 나간 뒤 사브리나는 어떻게 달라질까? 주말마다 창고 세일을 여는 넬슨 씨. TWA 항공사에서 최고 비행기 검사관으로 일하다 지난 1998년 은퇴한 넬슨 씨는 보이스타운 출신이다. 부모님이 이혼하고 6남매 중 3형제가 보이스타운에서 자랐다. 1953년 보이스타운을 나온 뒤 항공학교를 졸업한 후 비행기 정비사로 일했다.
We have to go through all of these things. I'll pick these up because I cleaned these up yesterday. See, and I know some kid's going to be happy to get a hold of something like this.
은퇴한 이후 넬슨 씨 부부는 주말마다 창고 세일을 열어 돈을 모은다.
That's why we have all this, because we can make up to $300, maybe $400. You know, it comes in very handy.
Yeah, well, last year we had the same thing.
Plastic thing.
And what's going on is they have a real estate garage sale. The whole neighborhood is in it. And I never saw so many people. And we raised $300 or $400 last year. Oh, that's the year. Just doing it, yeah. So this year, everybody says, well, you get that many people. Come on, they're bringing trucks. Bringing trucks. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
넬슨 씨는 이렇게 모은 돈을 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에 기부금을 내는 데 쓴다. 주 정부로부터 받는 60%의 지원금 외에 나머지 40%는 이렇게 수많은 이들이 내는 기부금으로 충당되는 것이다.
Kit set. It's a bead set. And, you know, some little girl would probably go crazy about that, you know. And somewhere, somehow, you have to do things to equalize things. And when I was a young man, you know, that Father Flanagan just did it. And I went all those years, and I never really got involved. And now you see the kids that were in your situation when you were young, and they need help, and I don't see anything wrong with it, you know, and then you just do it. Usually it costs you more time and more money, but then again, somebody gave you their time and their money to help you, you know. So I guess, what do you call it, payback?
No, I think it's like paying kindness forward.
I see.
If I do it to you, you'll do it to someone else, you know.
졸업생들은 대부분 넬슨 씨처럼 자신이 다시 후원자가 돼 걸스 앤 보이스 타운과 인연을 맺고 있다.
To be here again. Long time no see. Mr. Marmon out here.
We're all proud of you, man. Just how you.
졸업생들은 한 달에 한 번 걸스 앤 보이스 타운을 찾는다. 졸업하고 대학에 진학한 필립도 한 달에 한 번은 반드시 이곳을 찾는다.
Other than that, it's doing pretty good.
Why don't you guys bring a cookie or something present for?
We try every now and then. Honestly, sometimes we just don't think about it. Like when we coming home from work, all we think about us. Go there. Main thing we think about, I'll be honest, is we like to come here and get a nice home-cooked meal rather than in and out or something like that of that nature, which is the normal fast food for us, our daily diet.
자, 뭐야?
걸스 앤 보이스 타운을 졸업해도 지원은 계속된다. 필립처럼 대학에 진학하면 학비를 지원하고, 그렇지 않으면 사회 정착금을 지원하고 취업을 도와준다.
Hi. How are you?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Doing good. Thank you. Nice. Hey, Cody. What's up? You beast. You beast.
지난해부터 남캘리포니아 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서는 졸업생들의 사후 관리 프로그램을 시행하고 있다.
I saw my insurance. You gotta be joking. But I had a little problem yesterday.
걸스 앤 보이스 타운을 떠난 아이들이 제대로 사회에 적응할 수 있도록 구체적인 방법을 알려주는 것이다. 병원에 가는 방법, 버스를 타는 방법까지도 전화를 걸어 일일이 알려준다. 그리고 한 달에 한 번은 이렇게 걸스 앤 보이스 타운을 찾아 부모 교사와 인연의 끈을 놓지 않게 한다.
Directory for the alumni and graduates who had graduated from Boys Town, and actually we still have contact with. Out of 30,000 alumni, we still have contact with quite a few. Not quite the 30,000, but there's a wide range of alumni who graduated all the way, starting from they're still alive from 1918. As we go further on to my class, you know where they're at and what they're doing. They're still associated with the alumni in some way. Here's me right here. Yeah. I'm the mean-looking guy. But all these guys here were my brothers. We have anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000 alumni that come back with their family. It's a 3-day event. We have activities on the campus there, back at the home, and we get to reminisce a little bit, think about, joke about our old times, and remember some of the good times, and we get to see. Sometimes we see people we haven't seen in 40 years. This is going to be going back to this year. It's my 40th year anniversary.
I really enjoyed it, and meeting everybody and all different ages and races, and they all have a brotherhood together. So it does feel like home, and it's like visiting friends and family. We met at work. I was his assistant, and first of all, he's very handsome. But I had a lot of respect for him in the workplace. I could tell he really cares. He carried himself well. He takes care of his clients well. I was very impressed with him.
She wanted me to put that picture there. She says, "You got to put me in your office, Dad." It's the only picture I have of my mother is when she was, which is 1958. My mother died in 1958, and that's when I went to Boys Town after she died.
2년 전 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에 들어온 피터. 타운 안의 모범생으로 소문난 피터는 점수 카드를 쓰지 않는다. 점수 카드 없이 자신의 생활을 통제할 수 있다는 평가를 받았기 때문이다. 타운 안에서 유일하게 외부로 아르바이트를 하러 갈 수 있는 피터. 점수 카드 없이 살아가는 피터는 크레스틴이 제일 닮고 싶어하는 인물이다.
Wait, what? Roger, are you teaching choir play?
Yeah, trying to teach choir play piano.
It had a thing of candy, and he went ahead and he shared it with all his peers, with all his friends, and the others in the home. And then he only had like 2 pieces to himself, so it shows like their generosity, that they can be generous to one another and be able to build those relationships. Those are the things that I really look forward to and enjoy.
And kids need certain things. They need direction, they need love, they need people that care for them, they need some good teaching, they need how to form relationships, they need to learn how to live in a family. That's kids in Korea or kids in the United States or kids in Russia. It just really doesn't matter where the children are.
사회복지사 레지나가 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에 새로운 식구를 한 명 데려왔다. 올해 18살인 크리스. 집안에 문제가 있어 한동안 거리의 아이로 살다가 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에 오게 된 것이다.
What's your birthday, Chris?
12/87.
Yeah? And again, as I'm reading, if you have any questions, make sure you stop me, and I'll try to explain it to you a little better.
지난 2002년 캘리포니아 남부 지역에서만 1,151명의 아이들이 부모로부터 버림받았다.
And the last one kind of talks about the fact that you have the right
하지만 버림받아도 갈 곳이
just
있다.
open it in front of us and make sure that there's no contraband or anything like that in it. Okay.
부모는 없지만 크리스에겐 이제 곧 가정이 생길 것이다. 크리스의 과거는 바꿀 수 없다. 하지만 그의 미래는 바뀔 수 있다.
Play basketball.
Play basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll have the chance to play a little bit today. Are you good?
Yeah.
Are you sure now? Don't say you're good and you're not good. Come on. Okay. Okay. All right. You all right. Okay. All right.
이제 이들에게 더 이상 상처는 없다. 제 고향이요. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운이에요. 여기는 제가 자란 곳이고요. 우리 집이죠. 서로 돕고 함께 축구도 하고 농구도 하고 걸스 앤 보이스 타운에서는 누구나 친한 친구가 되죠. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운은 제 집입니다. 제 평생에 둘도 없는 고향집이에요. 걸스 앤 보이스 타운은 진흙탕에서 절 건져내 바른 길로 가도록 해줬죠.